Hello everyone, here's Rafa. I'm gonna teach you guys a very useful tip to take care of your roof. This is the state of the roof before I did this waterproofing, and as you can see, the water just stays kind of stuck to the fabric. Doesn't really, really like just run through the fabric, but just like stays there sitting. This was a special problem for me in the winter. As you can see, like if there's a big pond, like simulating a big rain, just like soaks up the fabric, and it with the snow and with the icy temperatures, it just became a kind of like a brick. And that's also gonna make it brittle. So yeah, I wanted to fix that. Now it's spring, so I bought this product for waterproofing the car. It's a really nice product. I'll link it in the description for you guys. So basically, here I'm starting with a brush just to make the roof a little bit less dusty, as there's cars passing by on this road where I parked the car. So I just wanted to make it as clean as possible before applying the product. Regarding the product itself, it was really fun because I went to a detailing specialist, and he was basically telling me some options about how to waterproof the roof. And he had a bunch of fancy products in his shop, but he actually told me, and I was quite impressed. He said, Decathlon, yeah, they have this camping section, and just go there and find this waterproof tent spray. And I was like, what, really? Is this real? Like, the guy really didn't want to let's say, give me any advice on his products, but actually told me to go to Decathlon. And he said that he had a friend who had a Mazda as well, and he used this product before, and it was perfect for the Mazda. So here is me applying the product. As you can see, it's just a liquid spray. I applied quite a lot to make the fabric soak, as my fabric roof is quite old. So as I said, like, it really needed some re-waterproofing. And yeah, I was super glad about this advice from this person from this detailing shop, and you will see the results quite soon. It's really amazing how this product worked. So here is me basically just rubbing the like a tissue or like a microfiber cloth after I spray the roof. So basically that's the application process. You just spray quite, let's say, I sprayed quite thoroughly, quite a few sprays on the area, and then I would just like rub it with the application cloth. It's any microfiber cloth works. I took special attention to these, let's say, corners, and to the let's say gutters close to the window as well, and on these yeah, basically around all of these, let's say, border areas with the back window. So I was paying attention to those parts quite a lot, because those are usually where the water also kind of like, let's say, accumulates and gets a bit stuck. So I wanted to make it as nice as possible. So it took me around, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to go through the whole roof. I was very thorough. I used half of the spray bottle, just so you have a reference. Yeah, it's really easy, I would say, to apply. So that's a very nice one. Alright, now this is the result. This was a sunny day, and I made use to just go out and pour some water on the car. Look at this. The water just goes through, doesn't even bother to stay on top of the car anymore. That's crazy. I was so surprised how the result was so good. Yeah, basically this is a big spread, so as you can see, just like the beading of the water just becomes these little particles, goticules, and this just like goes around in the car and doesn't stay much on the roof. You see, really nice result. It took 8 hours to dry the let's say the product, and then on the next day I did this test. Just so you know, you have to wait a little bit before you apply water to test it. But yeah, very nice result, very solid product. I took the chance as well the same day to put some lotion on my seats, because yeah, as with the whole car, it's 18 years old now, so the seats, they're leather originally, and they are quite kind of like hardened by the sun, by the time, by the weather, and so I wanted to make it a little bit nicer as well. So the process started with me just brushing the seat a little bit and then just making sure it was clean. I had washed the car before, so it was quite clean. And then now I will just apply the lotion. The lotion is basically any leather lotion that you can find. Maybe your wife, your girlfriend has something to you can buy it even to kind of make a double down. Kill two rabbits with one sword. How's it called? But yeah, you just basically buy something to make her leather products like purses and shoes nicer, to hydrate the leather, and you can use that as well with your leather seats. It's any kind of leather hydration product should work. I don't like being super fancy and buying something specific for the car or whatever, because at the end of the day you see the composition of the products is basically the same, and they're just making it more expensive when they put something like specific for a car or something like that. So just be aware of that. Maybe you find something good, especially for cars, but I would say mostly the products should work if you buy it on any shop. So here's me applying it, basically the same logic as I did with the roof. I was just like pouring the lotion, and then I would rub it with a microfiber cloth and waiting a little bit to uptake the product. It was around 3 minutes, so I took that chance to go to the driver's seat, and while the passenger seat was drying, I would just apply the lotion on the driver's seat. The driver's seat was quite a lot more, let's say, yeah, just like used, right? Every time the car was being used, the driver's seat was being used, and the passenger maybe not. So this one was, yeah, just like more brittle, a little bit more dried. So I used a little bit more of the lotion, and yeah, just same process, applying it and making sure that I would rub it nicely so that let's say the leather texture would uptake and just get soaked with that lotion to make it a bit more, let's say, clean, and also a little bit softer as well. I did some tests after I applied this, and not only like it made the leather a bit shinier, as you can see a little bit more like now on the passenger seat against the sun, the leather just seemed healthier, seemed nicer, more hydrated, and also a little bit softer, which actually improved a little bit the seating comfort, to my surprise, a little bit, not like huge amounts, but it made a difference. And yeah, I just reapplied on the bottom of the seats, just because that's the, let's say, the part that gets the most used. So just yeah, that part I took special attention. I used the same product as well on the door cards, which are leather on my NC, on my Miata. And then for the final step of this hydration of the seats, I bought this oil, which is, I'll link it in this description as well. But just like also like a hydrating oil for leather, and to make it a bit shinier, to make it a little bit more, let's say, waxed, so it doesn't, let's say, take as much dirt as before, and also it just protects the leather. The application is the same, so just wait for the lotion to dry, and then you apply this oil, and then you just rub it in. It's really nice because it just makes it a little bit more, the leather now is a little bit stickier, it has more texture. Not sticky in a bad way, but just has more texture, it has more grip, and I feel like when I'm driving as well, now it holds me a little bit better, the seat. So when before it was quite slippery, the seat, you could feel that the leather was like dried and just like very, just like, yeah, slippery. Now it has more, it's more hydrated and has more of a texture, so it holds me in place better, which was a added benefit which I didn't really think about. But that actually, after I used the seat, it was nice. So now you can see the finished product. Yeah, it looks a bit nicer, and I'm sure it will protect the leather as well for the years to come, which I plan to drive this car a lot. So just wanted to take attention to that as well. So really nice little attention thing to put on your car as well. It was a nice result. Happy to do it. It was good. For the final tip of the day, this was me going back from work one day, and just like you can see how bad my windshield wipers were. So when I use them, it just spreads the water all over the place, and like since they're old rubber, as with all the stuff we talked before, like just gets brittle, gets like dried, and doesn't really work well. So I just bought some new ones. Replacement. I think they're originally from Bosch, so I just bought the same kind of model, and this is me on the parking lot of the of the shop that I bought them from, just installing them quickly. It's like literally like it cost me like €7, and it took me like a little bit longer than 5 minutes to install, because I got a little bit messed up, confused with the direction of this second one to install. Looking like a dumbass a little bit. But yeah, it's quite easy install. You can do it with any skill level. It just takes maybe 1 second or two. You can watch a YouTube video to help. But yeah, the result you'll see now. So it's night and day difference. Look at this. Just like it swipes up and just carries all the water through, as it should be, right? So I don't know why I was like postponing this so long, but it just makes such a big difference on my day-to-day driving, and I'm so happy about it.